Belac wrote a design spec, like a document complete with a table of contents and everything, explaining how to apply gamification principles in detail to our services, and then in particular to like one that we're getting ready to launch. And I was just blown away.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
No, I'll fill the space in the meantime. Belac has a lady friend over, and he's probably kicking her out. Man, this title's literally about stopping me from talking about what I want to talk about. That shit's rough as fuck. We'll see how it goes.
I got 2 phones, y'all. Let's go.
Word. I have 2 phones too, but that seems like overkill. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit of extra work, but it's good to have me in there. Have my Twitter up. So I was a bit late today, guys. Taking care of business, you know what I mean? So
yeah, we know what you mean.
Manta, how you doing, dude?
Hey, Bella. Doing good.
That's good, man.
I'm about to walk the dog, so I'll just be listening in here.
Nice. Walking the dog at 9 p.m.
Yeah, it's our nightly ritual.
Perfect. I kind of wish I had a dog. I'll definitely.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I've got cats, but I don't want to get a dog until I've got like really, really serious backyard situation. You know, I had a German Shepherd growing up, and like they need space to roam.
Definitely, the big ones do.
And it's like work, but nightly ritual. It sounds like you got your shit under control.
Yeah, it's been the routine, and so they always come and tell us to walk them every day at the same time.
It's like my cats with dinner.
I have cats. I've never fed them. I've always fed them. I'm super neglectful.
But you have someone there to do all of that for you.
Always, yeah.
So you get the best, you get all the benefits of a cat, and you don't have to do anything. You get all the love as well.
Yeah, like they're always there outside. I open the door and they're like, meow. And one of them knows how to open the door, and there was a bunch of rice on the floor. She got into like my Chinese food today. I was like, oh, I'm not going to clean this up, but someone definitely will.
Oh boy. It's like my cat when it gets into the bin, but I have to clean that up. I need to alpha it and find someone to clean it up for me.
Yeah, dude, you're in Southeast Asia, you're in Bali, like there's people for that.
I'm working on it, bro. I'm working on it. I I joined this new dating app. It's called Field, and it's not a dating app. It's an app for just sex. It's like the better version of Tinder because everyone knows what it's about.
What? Can you repeat?
But I just joined it.
Choppy.
Who's choppy?
What? It's not a dating app. It's what? You were choppy there.
Oh, it's a sex app. So it's it's like the transparent version of Tinder. Because on Tinder, all the guys are trying to fuck, and all the girls are trying to get a partner, or in Bali it's like they're just trying to get someone to pay them. But Field is an app where it's like straight up, this is a place where people are matching to have sex.
So that's why you were late, huh?
Well, I met a girl. We didn't have sex. It was her first introduction, but she came over. Trust me, we were about to, and she's like, oh, well, we can't do it because you have to get on a phone call. And I was literally ushering her out the door because I had to jump on these spaces. So it's the sacrifices I make for you guys.
Blame us.
Yeah. No, but it's cool. I think it'll prosper me some good results because it's on my rules. And I say, I can't have a relationship. I can't give you that emotional commitment, but we can chill out and watch TV every night and have sex. So it's perfect. I can set the rules and see how it goes.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude, for sure.
Single life in a startup world. Gritch, what's going on, man?
Yeah, guys, what's going on? How you doing?
Gritch up here. Last time he grilled me so hard. I hope he's nicer than me this time.
No, I wasn't grilling you. We were just hanging out.
That's what it's about.
I still think about Planet Guy. He's kind of my hero, to be honest.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, I was just having a few beers tonight and wanted to do a spaces. What do you guys think about what's on my radar at the moment is Acid Dash.
I saw you talking about that with good old Shaq. I don't know much about them. Like, I know what they're about, but I haven't been following what's going on with them.
Yeah, they seem pretty cool because they've done the whole gamification thing. So you get your fortune cookies, and then you get some points, and then you can redeem your points for whitelists or NFTs or whatever. But I like it because the things that have had huge success at the moment is like Heist, and I mean Reavers. People have flipped all my Reavers for profit, but
I think everyone did the same.
Yeah, but I think they are like active gamification, but no one's really nailed that passive gamification like Acid Dash has, and I really just sunk myself into them last night and just put about 100 soul into it. I really think it's gonna pop, you know.
Tell us more about their gamification side. Like, what are they doing there exactly?
So you open your cookie. So it's a real passive thing. So you open your cookie every day, which gives you points. And then what they're doing now is they are introducing simple games as well, which will also give you access to points if you play the games. But that's what I'm saying, is it's like super passive gamification. All you're doing is opening things and getting points, but I've been hooked for months, and everyone I talk to is just loving. All you want to do is crack your fortune cookie open every day, and then if you get the NFTs, you get multipliers for points. So you get more points, and then so you can then, and they seem to be getting some real awesome traction amongst other projects. So they'll offer, you can buy NFTs with their points. So you don't need to pay soul for NFTs anymore with them. They're just like, all right, we're doing Dutch auctions for, the last one was, I can't remember, but the one I was interested in was Dutch auction for Bozo whitelist. And it's just points. So you're not spending any money. So I went and I spent a shit ton of money on it, and
Alpha, are you liking this?
I'm wondering, like, when's the right time to jump in here? Okay, so I'm gonna
I want to as well.
A few more follow-ups, Chris. Like the gamification side, the points. Are there like levels? Are there like ranks, badges? Like, tell me more about like the gamer side of this.
So the ranks and stuff are more about the NFTs. So they've got 5 different NFTs, and it's like a little bit like poker with the NFTs. So if you have one of all of the NFTs, they call it a royal flush, and then that gives you the biggest multiplier you can get for points. So they use the NFTs as their leveling program.
Okay. Sort of makes sense. What do they actually do? Like, do they have like a product or service, or is it purely like pay some money, get some points, buy some NFTs, get like your rank, and then with the points you can buy NFTs? Is that the whole thing, or is there more?
No, because they've been around for a while. You should just Google it. So they do like a portfolio service. So they track your portfolio, and you can...
Yeah, I'm looking at that at the moment. They're saying I've got 1,100 USD in my wallet, but my wallet has 20 cents.
Oh, yeah, well, that's not right.
Unless they're looking at something that I don't know about, but I'm pretty sure I don't have any money in that wallet. I'm broke. But no, that sounds really cool.
You'll be able to see, though, what they reading.
Yeah, I can see what they're reading, but I don't know where their source material is because I don't have that in my wallet.
I mean, I like that they've got the gamification thing. I've been dreaming and like wishing and trying for like proper gamification for years now, and then I like just cut me off when I go too far here. I think I'm going to be fine though, Belac. So just let me say this.
Anything gamification is golden.
Yeah. Gamification, like Belac wrote a design like a document complete with a table of contents and everything, explaining how to apply gamification principles in detail to our services, and then in particular to like one that we're getting ready to launch. And I was just blown away. Like it really, it was so believable for me, and is like so credible. Like it all finally made sense, because we're all, most of us have probably been addicted to one or other video game at that point or another. Like me and my PS5 are like best friends, and we've all, like, the one I go back to, Rich, you were talking about like this sort of like something you said made me think of this sort of daily spin on Neopets. Like there's something that you get every day, like every 24 hours, and there's like there's something about that what do they call it, like variable reward, like random variable reward for people, where you take some action and there's always a reward, but the amount is like randomized. And that's proven to be super addictive. And Belac basically figured out a way to apply it to our upcoming stuff, and I'm super pumped. I mean, this what you're talking about sounds really cool. I guess ultimately it's still just like a portfolio tracking app, though, right? They just did a really good job with the points.
And the reason I bring it up is because they, like, with such a simple point system and like a super simple gamification, I'm just like opening fortune cookie every day. I was moved to spend 100 Sol on them last night, and I was like, Jesus, what the fuck am I doing? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, and so that's why
it's
I
the
wanted
pay to play
it
stuff. It's like you're playing a game and you're loving a game, and all of a sudden there's like battle chess or whatever, and you look at it, it's like, oh cool, I got some free skins. And then you're like, oh wow, there's elite and mythic skins there. If I pay $15, I can get all of that. And like the temptation of pay to play is always going to exist. Like mobile games is the worst for it. You download a mobile game and there's ads on there. You're like, it's only $2. I'll just pay $2. I don't have to see the ads.
But I hear what you're saying, but that doesn't apply to me at all. I've always hated the skin markets. And
oh no, of course.
I've never paid to play. I've never ever paid to play. But I love to play though.
But you give me points. That I can spend on real world shit. Then I'm fucking laughing. And that's what Acid Dash has done really well. They give you real world shit that you can spend their points on.
So their points are their points SPL tokens that you can like sell for USDC?
No,
or they're just in the store.
That's what I like as well. It's not an SPL. It's totally it's you can't buy or sell them. You can only earn them.
Well, okay, but let's look at like Axie Infinity and stuff. Like, obviously, those things just failed terribly because they had like horrendous tokenomics that were just purely inflationary. But like in principle, for me, it would be cool if all the games I was playing, I got points that were actually not inflationary, and that I could actually trade for whatever, like they were actual currency.
But I mean, what they're doing is that you use their points to buy real world shit, which then you can go and trade for Sol.
Yeah,
like
so it's just one
buy
extra
an
set,
NFT.
but it's the same thing. Okay, I got you. And as long as how long, like, let's be real for a second, how long do you think their run's gonna last? Based on the fact that they're just a portfolio app. Real talk.
So I think I'm looking. So my plan My plan is to support 8 of the NFTs, and I'm looking to. I'll probably want to get out of it in the next 3 months. So
Shaq knows. I saw that chat that you guys were having.
Yeah.
Were you not talking with Shaq in DAO General yesterday?
Yeah. So I'm waiting for their announcement. Then I'm gonna tap out of most of my NFTs.
Okay.
Spill the alpha, Shaq, so we can clickbait people to joining the space.
What'd you say?
I said to Shaq, because he's listening, I said, spill the alpha, come up, spill the alpha, and then we can clickbait people to come join the space.
Shaq is a
tells
great
alpha.
He's just laughing. Get on board.
Yeah, like, be prepared though. Like, it's a double-edged sword. When Shaq comes up, then you have to start actually thinking about your responses. And, like, you know, who really wants to think right now? But yeah, for sure. So what I'm hearing is they cracked gamification, but it's still only like a 3-month play. So it's just kind of another, like, yet another, you know, soul pump and dump.
But
no, it's not yet another.
It could become something else because they didn't do their NFT for ages. What I like about them is they built their platform, they did their whole thing, and they offered value, and then did the NFT. So it's just my timeline that I want to get in and out.
They're not just a portfolio app. They do have other stuff. Yeah. I would probably say I've seen what they've done, and I like what they've done. They've pivoted when they needed to pivot, and I think they'll probably pivot again. And that's kind of what I was reading out of between the lines when you and Shaq were having that conversation. But Shaq, what's going on? Are you ready to spill? Shaq. I can't hear you.
Every time you say Shaq, I imagine like this huge black dude.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. How are you guys? How's everybody?
Good. How are you, man?
Good. Yeah. What do you want from Alphaprime? I mean, they're doing pretty good, if you ask me. I mean, I don't know.
You've got the dates.
Dates.
What's up?
No.
Why should we be bullish on them?
Well, what they're doing, it's you don't need to do, like, you're accumulating these points and they're giving you a whitelist, they're giving you free NFTs, they're giving you pre-sales, and I mean, that's not a bad thing, right? And plus you have this profile, how do you call it? Profile manager? Wallet manager? Whatever this.
Portfolio.
Yeah, portfolio manager. Yeah. And that portfolio manager is actually pretty good thing. Like, I've had some, like, I don't know every single NFT and every single thing that's happening on my every one of my wallets, and you just go in there and you can see everything there, like something that increased by this and this much, something that decreased by this much, like your portfolio value of each asset, and it's useful, really. And you have these points for free every day. You accumulate these points, and then you buy a whitelist for literally every single hype mint that came out. They had a whitelist for it, or pre-sale allocation for it, or the NFT itself. I mean, you need like kind of more points for that to get the NFTs themselves, but you know, you'll get it. You'll accumulate it over time. If you have like 5 of those Acid Dash NFTs, you can accumulate those points really fast, like really fast, and you can get like yeah.
And the accumulation is based purely on the number of their NFTs you own, and if you own like one in each category or whatever.
They have like different multipliers for different sets. like two. If you have two of a kind, you have different multiplier. Three of a kind, different multiplier. Like royal flush, five of each type. That's the highest multiplier. I think four of a kind, and yeah. So they have this system, and well, the more you have, faster you accumulate. But even like I have just one, and I cannot get the NFTs because I don't have enough points for that yet. But I'm gonna have it soon. Like maybe in a couple of weeks, I'm gonna be able to buy an NFT when it comes up, and that's like they had heist. They had I don't remember which NFTs, but you could make like 5, 15 sold from just accumulating points.
All right, Shaq, I'm gonna put you on the spot because you're the big brain here. So obviously they have this points emissions like algorithm. It looks like it's a pretty simple algorithm. It's based on some poker scheme. And so you got to wonder, like, if you can buy NFTs with them, that means they're converting those points to SOL. So effectively, like, their points are worth SOL because they're doing the conversions.
No,
and they're giving.
I don't know.
Or are they putting the SOL? Well, okay, like that's gotta be true at some point, because if you're getting points and they're giving you NFTs, then at some point they've got to be converting NFTs to SOL. Is that not the case?
No, look, I don't know what kind of arrangements they have with the companies and the projects themselves. Like how do they get those NFTs from the projects? But from the user's perspective, I am accumulating these points, right? And then I'm just like it's 100,000 points for heist NFT per se. And I pay that 100,000 points, not pay, I just exchange that. It's not a token, it's just a number on the screen. And I get the NFT itself. The NFT is like dropped into my wallet, and then I sell it for whatever I want, or I keep it.
Yeah.
So
I gotta wonder
so what they.
Oh, great! You want to go first, or should we flip a coin here?
Do you start? We're not going to start using hands.
Go ahead, Grish.
I just want to answer your question. So, I get you that at some point it needs to convert to SOL, but it's not converting to SOL on that level. They are getting all their whitelists and NFTs for free because they're driving traffic to those projects. So those projects are and they've, because everyone loves their points and whatever, those projects, and they put out a little post. They should have actually spoken more about it, but they put a post a little while ago saying that projects are super keen, like because they do like boxes where you get free flip. What's it? Flip. What's the casino thing? Flip.
Coin flip.
No, the other one.
The flip GG sounds something that we all.
Flip GG, yeah. So you get multiple free flips and that. So they just driving traffic, and that's their value. And then projects give them the stuff for free.
Okay, so as long as projects keep giving them stuff for free, then as long as that persists, then they can sustain their token value in terms of converting it to NFTs.
Yeah, because they've done this gamification thing, and it's such I almost hate to call it gamification because it's so simple. It's just like click, get points, and then you spend your points. But so it's such a passive gamification, but that's how they are converting value.
So, Gritty, you said you like you seem to emphasize the passive part, which makes sense. We all like passive income. Do you think that, like, how passive should gamification be? it from a sustainability standpoint. And the caveat before you answer is like, I'm coming at this from like a super like skeptical. I'm going to play the devil's advocate in this conversation. Like for me, you know, I look at like an operation and I'm like, okay, do they have like revenue? They have sustainable cash flow. Like, how are they? If they're like the ultimate marketing hub in the space forever, then they can keep getting free stuff from everybody. Is like a garbage truck backing up into their driveway right now?
Sorry, it's my microwave. I was making some toasted cheeses. and it was finished cooking.
I'm on my second round of cheese of the day, dude. I had a Danish blue, and now I'm not a Roquefort. What's the other one? Picante blue cheese. What kind of cheese is it? Oh, Gorgonzola. I'm on my second one's a Gorgonzola Picante. Anyways, I like cheese.
Yeah, cheese is the best, man.
So, how complex is too complex when it comes to gamification? Because we have a model that we're building out now, but I think passive is the most important thing.
Yeah, so I think, because I've been thinking about this as well, because obviously we've gone through the journey of, remember, remnants, and everyone loved remnants, but it just became a bit of a fucking mission to send your dude on a mission, on a quest and this and that, and they then went and did heist, which is less of a mission, and then you've got the complete opposite, acid dash, which is just click, click, click. So I think, it's super tough to answer. I think for me, I want that gamification where I can log on once a day. I don't necessarily want to send my homie on a mission for 12 hours and then log on after 12 hours and get it super tight so that I can get him off and then get him on another mission. So that's why I like the points, is because I can just log on and click. So
okay, I'm gonna ask you a super personal question. Okay, are you ready?
Go on. Yeah, go on.
Feel free. You can pass.
Ready.
You can pass if you want. But like,
I'm ready for you.
Yeah. All right, let's go. So you want to log on once a day? I get that for sure. So like, how much time are you willing to spend on these like SPL, like degen Solana gamification schemes for how much money? So like, how much is like an hour of your time worth on like Solana time?
Sure, an hour. If I had to spend an hour, oh man, it's too expensive.
15 minutes. 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Okay. If I was spending 15 minutes, I'd need to get, I don't even really need a payout for 15 minutes, but I need some enjoyment. So
No. This is payout and enjoyment are just equivalent terms in this space. There's no difference.
Okay, so I want to have either for 15 minutes of my time, I either want to have a deep disappointment or a flying joy.
Yeah, okay. Okay. All right. So, and are you willing to like? Are you willing to engage in like some moderate level of degen brain power? So, can that 15 minutes be like you have to like play a game, like an actual game?
But the only way I'm gonna get the deep disappointment is if I invest myself. So yeah. So if I just flip a coin, I'm not gonna get deep disappointment. But if I invest myself in a little game, then I'll get that emotional attachment. So yeah.
All right, because our target audience is 30 seconds, so but 15 minutes, you're beating that by 30x.
30 seconds I love. 30 seconds I love. That's why when you said to me an hour, I thought, fuck me. I want $1 million after
It's
that.
a Dutch auction, bro. I'm starting high and then going low.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, 30 seconds though, I love. 30 seconds I'm invested. Big time. And that's the crazy thing as well. Is if it's 30 seconds, I could easily do 15 minutes of 30 seconds in a day. But one 15-minute session seems like too much.
I like that. I like that a lot. I can easily do 15 minutes of 30 seconds a day.
Yeah. For sure.
So can I ask you another question? If Asset Dash introduced a new schema where you could spend your points, and instead of getting an instant reward, you spend your points to potentially get a better reward later on, but you got to accumulate your points again, would you increase your position to try and get the bigger prize at the end? Or would you keep getting your small prizes?
No, I'd definitely get the exposure. I'd put all my points up for the bigger reward.
Yeah,
nice.
Like everyone
I know
in
what to do.
Solana's got balls. Like that's just the facts about Solana. We don't have the biggest brains, like the ETH guys have the biggest brains, but we got the biggest balls for sure.
But yeah, no, I'd 100% put all my points up for the 20x.
I think I've got a pretty good idea of what we need to do. Like we built ours far more sophisticated than what you're talking about with Asset Dash, but it's sophisticated in a way that, like, we're always going to lean on the blockchain, and so we've put our points or experience on chain. They aren't SPLs. I don't know if we're going to do that. I was thinking about that, but we're not going to be doing that. But we are going to be trying to incorporate different gamification mechanics so that you earn points every time that you level up, and then you use those points to essentially buff your gamified profile to then be eligible for the better prizes later on.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
make it like guaranteed, guys. Like, don't make it a chance. Like, you accumulate points and then you have a chance to get this, because that like ruins it.
No, but you do both. You do both.
Yeah, both, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I want to make like a pool of nerds at a discount price. Once you get to, let's say, level 700 experience earned, you then save up some of your spendable points to buy a nerd at a discounted price.
Yeah.
And then we do
nice,
greater pool deals. So seasonal prizes will come, and that's when there's a chance there. So you want to be level 10 by the end of the season, so you do actually have that chance. Like, your chances increase in order to get that seasonal prize. But there will be opportunities along the way to actually get some kind of monetary value back.
Now, you see what I meant was, like seasonal price, for example, right? You if I know that I have to accumulate points, reach level 10, 20, whatever, and at the end of the season, like, this big prize has, I don't know, 70% chance of me getting it, and there's 30% chance of me not getting it, even though I spent all this time accumulating those points and everything, and then I spend them, and then it's like I end up in that 30% and I don't get it. That's something that I personally will not do. I would, in that case,
Yeah, that would suck. That would suck.
I would rather get those small guaranteed prizes along the way and forget the chance of even if it's 90%.
Yeah,
that's what
you don't want the grand prize being by chance, because then why are you grinding?
Yeah.
You want something definite, either along the way or towards the end. But then it's always good to be like, oh, now that I have my prize, I'm also being considered for this other grand prize as well.
Well, if there's gonna be two prizes, that's cool. Yeah, but like if I'm grinding for 3 months, I need to know that I'm guaranteed to get something for that. And if there's a bonus on top of it with a chance, well, sure, why not? But you know that definite prize should be there for me personally, at least.
Yeah, I think that I agree with you, and I think what you're saying is that once you've grinded for your points, there must be options for you to choose. I want to spend my points and get this prize. I don't want to be put into a pool.
Yeah.
I want to spend my points and I want to get this.
Yeah, exactly.
But then I also want the option to say, okay, I'm going to spend my points and be put into a draw. But there must be a sense of agency. So I'll choose to either gamble or raffle it, or no, I want to spend my points and I want to get this.
That's a good idea. I like that a lot, because I think a lot of people will choose the chance prize because everyone loves opening loot boxes.
If I give you an example, right? If I have, after 3 months, at the end of 3 months, if I have, let's say, guaranteed, something like, what's the big...
A nerd.
Yeah, a guarantee. Yeah, if I have a guaranteed, no, nerd, it's like, if nerd was like
loot box.
600 soul, right? If I have 600 soul nerd at the end of the line, and if I have board ape for a chance, I'm gonna take a nerd. You know, I'm not gonna go for a chance for board ape, because.
But I mean, that's you.
Yeah, I mean that's
you.
Yeah, that's.
But I think the choice needs to be there.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, absolutely. There might be people who will take the board ape chance.
I'm going for the chance. I want 100,000 soul.
Yeah, same. No deal. Just keep going for the last box.
Me too. I want it all.
I chose that number for a reason, and I'm going to keep going until I get it. No, that's super insightful.
I'm going to run like statistics on this, and if you don't give me something that I can convert to fiat every day, then I'm out. Period. Like that's how I play the game. And then if you give me an opportunity to reinvest it, then, you know, depending on those opportunities, I'll take that next step.
Yeah,
I agree. But this is what Asset Dash is doing. Like every day, you can convert your points to something tangible, or you can hold your points, build them up, and then you get your big chance. So there needs to be that interplay of, there's a big gamble, but also you can use your points right here, right now. Every now and again, you'll be like, right, you can spend 10,000 points to get a nerd. Loads of people get the nerd, but loads of people keep their 10,000 points, because you'll be like,
just in case something else happens.
Yeah, you'll be like, in 2 weeks, we got a fucking banger of a gamble coming up.
Yeah. And that always happens, right?
Let's just be real, though. If everybody spent everything right away, like all the free NFTs that they got would just be drained. And then that would be it. Because are they making money off the portfolio service? No,
but not everyone isn't going to do that. So
yeah, but if you extend it past the 1 quarter to 2 quarters, 3 quarters, or 4, it's like, okay, like the game theory here is not that complicated. It's just like you have to choose. You have to time the dump.
Yeah, but I think that you can manage that quite easily around, you look at your user base and you look at the NFTs that you offer in, because you don't say every single person. So how Asset Dash does it is, there's a limited number, and it's whoever claims it the quickest. And they don't go super quickly. But every now and again they do offer something. They say, well, everyone that's got a NFT can claim this. So if you want to avoid that kind of situation, you say, okay, well, look, we have 10 nerds and we're going to do a Dutch auction, and we're starting at 100,000 points, and it decreases every whatever hour, 2 hours.
How are you earning those points? Just from the fortune cookie?
And there's a weekly pot. So there's a weekly, so you get tickets. So it's a raffle. So every week you click and you see randomly how many tickets you get, and that is also multiplied by your NFTs. And then
So
you get
sorry to cut you off, but do you think they would have a spreadsheet somewhere that says if a user has earned 100,000 points, they've technically made us X dollars? Like, is there microtransactions? Is there anything that prompts you guys to spend money or do something to actually earn those points at all?
I don't think they're getting anything from us getting those points. I don't know where they get. I think the projects might be.
No, there is. So they track it, and they have sent these statistics. Sorry to interrupt you, brother,
fine.
but they send it out every now and again. They say they're very calculated in what they're saying. So their business position is they'll send out a message saying, we've had 20,000 people clicking consistently for 10 weeks in a row. And they will then sell that information to a project and say, look, we have 10,000 people clicking consistently. Would you like to be in our portfolio?
That sounds exhausting.
Well, that's how they're monetizing it.
Yeah, I do remember I had a conversation with them, and they, the price was quite high to get involved really early on as well. They've obviously exploded since then, and they do have they've got some decent visibility. But yeah, that's an exhausting business model.
Yeah,
being only sales, front-facing sales, like that just makes me stress. I used to do that, and wow.
Yeah, it's not necessarily how we want to do it, but that's how they've monetized. That's why they don't ask their users for money. They are. It's a Facebook and a Google.
They're selling
model.
exposure.
We've got 10 million users. Would you like to be exposed to those users? That's their model.
Yeah, but Facebook and Google have their own services that allow people to connect to each other and communicate, share dumb stories and stuff. Like the portfolio app doesn't, like, again, playing devil's advocate, doesn't sound like a sustainable business model. It sounds like every other Solana project that's just going to crash after like 1 or 2 business quarters.
Alpha, it's not just portfolio though. They're selling, like, it's whitelists. So whitelist hunters and pre-sale hunters, they're getting those exclusive deals in there.
They're super, I'm impressed. I'm impressed for sure. They're super tapped into the heart of the soul degen flipper. And they know what they're thinking, and they're making the connections. But how long can it last if you're just the connector and you're not providing any value? Sorry, this is like I
guess its life expectancy is basically the life of Solana. If they can manage to keep this momentum going and Solana can continue to dribble along, there'll always be value there. But if Solana NFTs were to completely drop off, and sometimes I question if they are going to be able to survive like another 6 months, but that's their value, right? As long as that's still going on, they can still monetize their product.
Yeah, they're 100% they're 100% meshed with NFTs, so there's no value beyond that, which is a problem for them. But if they can pivot, they can do something. But it's not about Acid Dash. It's about how we can leverage what they're doing.
My gamification model, I would say, is I mean, not to toot my own horn, but it's definitely more superior in the sense that you will immediately feel the reward. And Alpha had a part to play in that too. So like there's an immediate reward. And then there's an opportunity to increase your reward by engagement and kind of passive playing, 15 minutes to 30 seconds a day. You can easily do that with what we're doing and start to increase your rank, get levels, get these points to spend on bettering your position when it comes time to not even just season end. Like we're going to be putting some other prizes along the way that you can buy with the points. You sacrifice your potential to earn more by buying an NFT at a discount now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's all on chain as well, which I'm very proud of. The experience points and the spendable points is all on chain.
Awesome. The other thing to look at that was super addictive was the drip. The homie that you would go to the chest. And like everyone was trying to figure out the combination on how to walk around the room to get a legendary drip.
Like they're gonna stand on certain squares or something.
Yeah, you remember the game?
Look, I never got into drip, but I know that people love them.
So they had this game where you would walk into a room like Pokemon Nintendo vibes, and then you could either walk straight up to a chest and open it, or you could walk around the room in a certain pattern. And then people were saying that pattern would give you a rarer NFT, and people were posting it on Twitter saying this is the pattern, you can get a legendary and this and that. So yeah, just 30-second game.
I thought it was a joke. Was it real?
No, that's real. I love that game. I played it for ages.
No. I mean, to like walk around and then open the chest and it gets you like that part was it?
I don't know about that. I don't know, man. Like people swore by it, but I tried a few patterns, but I never got the reward. But but I tried it. That's an important thing. I tried it.
Yeah, and it's stuff like that. That's so good.
I hope you're not clicking stuff when people say, click here, click there, and so. don't try that.
No. I was just running around in patterns. Yeah. No, I think gamification is where it's at. We're just such fucking degens. We all have ADD. None of us can focus on anything for more than 30 seconds. So
yeah, man. It's getting harder and harder to watch a movie like without stopping it.
Yeah.
Going to
here's what I'm saying though is like I 100% agree. Like I definitely have ADHD, and like I feel like there's an opportunity here. Like Gritch, you mentioned like the fucking Facebooks and the Twitter selling ad time. It's like with Solana, we can have that like whatever service that you're on. Like if you're talking to people or if you're betting or whatever it is that you're doing, like if you can have money integrated into that, and you can have the gamification and the guaranteed daily points, like you're guaranteed like 5 minutes, 30 seconds, you log on and you're guaranteed to get some points no matter what, right? And sure, like the amount of points you get is going to be proportional to your rank, your experience or whatever, depending on how much you've leveled up, this and that skill tree.
For sure.
but you're guaranteed something, and that guarantee comes in the form of points, which are not by the season, not by the week, but like on a daily basis, convertible to fiat. Like that's something that Web 2 can't do.
Yeah, exactly. And they've tried all the frequent flyer points, but they could never do something like this. So you're right. It's such an opportunity, and I think that 100% that if we can nail that, because for me, I was just thinking, because you were asking me earlier, 15 minutes. If I can give you an example of what my real time span is when I do all my gamification stuff in the morning when I wake up and get my cup of coffee. And what I like to do is I like to do my asset dash, probably 30 seconds, a minute. I could probably do even 2 minutes. Then I play a game of chess. Then I look at my Twitter feed. Then I look at my news feed. So that's my process. So if you can tap into people's processes, I think if you go like 30 seconds to 1 minute, it's all good.
That's the time budget. 30 seconds. That's what you got to hook people and add value and give them a chance to win money. Guarantee at least some, but give them a chance to get a lot more.
Yeah.
But that's like what, like realistically though, on like over the last 6 months, give us like the maximum that you've actually spent like on trying to find the next coin or trying to find the next mint. Like people go in deep into the rabbit and they'll waste like half their fucking day on it. And we don't want to take half their day necessarily, but like only if it's like good, only if it's adding real value, in my opinion. Like if you're contributing to some real conversation, then sure. If you're just like clicking flipping a coin, then that's dumb. But I feel like there's more in you than that in 30 seconds, because I know that like there's something real that like, okay, I can actually do research on this. Like all the white papers that have come out for the last like year are pretty fucking stupid. But if there's if you can do real research on something, or like really sink your teeth into something, then like I'll nerd out and spend more time.
The other thing you could do, because you don't want to, obviously you want to tap into all the people that just won 30 seconds. But at the end of each game, you could say, do you want to 2 times what you've just earned and play another game? And
double or nothing, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. Or you could gamble it as well and say,
I love double or nothing.
Yeah, do you want
It's the best.
And then you have people saying, all right, fuck it, I'll do another 30 seconds.
I won $1,000 on a pokie machine, and I double or nothing that straight to zero.
We all have those stories, bro. Don't worry. I won $4,000 and I put it all on red. And it was black. Oh man!
But it's all worth it, because you can just go back tomorrow and try and earn it back again, right?
Exactly, and yeah, hopefully you're not. It's not money that you need.
Exactly. Alpha.
Alpha
and I are good.
Yeah, I'm very disciplined. I'm only gonna put money in if I run back tests over at least a month of data and like hundreds of thousands of trades. So, but I get it. I get what you're saying, and I think you're gonna like what we've got.
All right, cool. Listen, guys, I need to crash out. So it's getting late for me, but this has been awesome and fruitful.
Yeah, we just did a full hour of asset dash and gamification.
Well, that's you know what, that's what it's all about, is looking at models that are succeeding, picking them apart, taking what you like, and fucking throwing the rest to the trash.
Yeah, and also keeping the conversation on things other than GigaDAO. That way, I don't get tempted to tell you guys.
Yeah.
You don't get fucking grilled, eh?
But I know you've been biting your tongue this whole time, though.
Yeah, but it's already past an hour, so I can just log out peacefully and I did my job.
All right, sweet guys. I'm gonna log off. Have a lovely evening. Thanks for the chat.
Peace,
You too, mate. Keep it real.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Guys, I have an idea before we decide to get off. I don't know what kind of model you've built already, but like this just popped in my head, like, and I don't know how we can work either. It's just is it gonna be possible to think of something where the longer somebody spends accumulating those points, like playing the game or whatever it's gonna be called, the better it's gonna be for the project itself somehow. Like it's gonna profit the project, make project more money, or benefit in some way, and also benefit the one who is playing the game.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
So we like that's going to be, I think, the final stage of once we got the gamification together. But ideally, we've created a system where we can say this amount of experience is worth this much in USDC. And that's not to put a price per player, but it's a way for us to budget for prizes and things like that. So, you know, if you've got 10,000 experience, for you, that's going to be worth a lot, and you're going to be able to do a lot with that. The points that you earn from that and be able to spend is solid. And what does that mean for us as well? So it's like, does that 10,000 experience equal $200 to us, let's say? And so we're going to be putting that model together and trying to really identify what the revenue streams are, how much that would equal, and then try and actually make some money here as well.
It should be my idea was that, like, it should be benefiting you guys as well. Like we should both be profiting by me doing something for an hour. Should be giving you more than what you are giving me back. But it's also like
Yeah. You gotta operate in the black. So Shaq, I get what you're saying, and I gotta be honest, like the answer to that at face value is yes. We like our model is such that just for spending time on it, and adding value by performing even the basic actions, you get rewarded in a way that benefits the DAO and benefits the product or service in a way that's cash flow positive. But you are like, you're causing me to think a little deeper now. And to be honest, like beyond that initial daily action, the benefits that you get from engaging are proportional to the only way I can put it is like information added. So like the service we're developing, like you can do all sorts of things, but it involves actually putting in, like speculative like information. But let me ask you this in response. Do you think people should be rewarded, and we're assuming this is cash flow positive for the service, right? Do you think people should be rewarded regardless of whether or not they're, say, like accurate speculators, or they put correct information, or they put information that other people agree with? Or do you think they should be rewarded regardless, just for spending time on the app?
I think they should be rewarded if it benefits the DAO, the DEX, the project itself. I mean, if I am making $10, let's say, you should be making, the more you're making, the better. And if I'm gonna be making 20, you should be making even more. If I'm making 10, you should make 50. If I'm making 20, you should make 100. If I'm making 30, you should make 150 or 250, whatever. The more I am making, like, you should be making much more than I do. But I cannot be cheating. Like that's
yeah. I mean, it's a business, and it has to operate with a net positive revenue. So I agree with everything you said, and that's sort of one of our founding principles, right? Like, we're not going to be this just 2 week or 2 month hype thing, because we're actually operating in profit. But there is an opportunity to shave off. We could squeeze our margins a little bit and essentially pay people, even if they're not even if they're not influencers, even if they're not, always right in their speculations. We could essentially give them points just for constant engagement. That's something that we haven't actually considered.
Yeah.
What? I'm pretty sure we have. What do you mean? Someone who is not accurate will still benefit from the gamification system. They just won't benefit as much.
Okay. So you're saying, oh man, now I gotta not use the actual correct verbs. Okay, never mind. Belec's got this covered.
Yeah, how I'm building it is you're getting rewarded for your engagement regardless of whether you're right or wrong or up and down. Your reward increases with your accuracy, but no matter what, you're being rewarded, because the system wouldn't work long term if losers were only losing. But if you build a system where losers are potentially also winning, then you've got a system where people want to come back tomorrow.
And is there gonna be we mentioned 30 seconds, right? So what if somebody wants to spend 15 minutes, not 30 seconds?
Oh, they'll be able to. Someone could spend 12 hours there for sure.
I'm a fucking nerd, and I just spend all day on this just out of pure curiosity and interest.
Yeah, that's good, because Asset Dash, for example, you go and you click, you get your points daily, that's it. If I want to get more points, I cannot get more points until tomorrow. I have to wait until tomorrow.
Yeah, that's absolutely there. The system's built on trying to increase your engagement. So you can go there and do your daily and have a little bit of fun, or you can stick around, stay longer, and continue to have fun and continue to earn your points and your experience.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I spent the entire day writing in my book today, building out the architecture. I think I've got everything. We'll see. I'm going to write it out and send it to Alpha tomorrow. And then we're going to work on designs, and then we're just going to smash this bad boy out.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, GigaRank's already done, but Alpha wants to do it too.
Yeah. I mean, we had our epiphany maybe over a week ago, and then we got feedback, and I'm just waiting for all the designs to be crystal clear before I just go into full kill mode.
Nice.
Yeah, Anatoly's waiting for the new architecture as well, so I'm going to be writing it out so that he'll be able to read it and get excited. I think I'm going to do it exactly how I did it for you, Alpha, with the original GigaRank document. Give him that instant dopamine of structure, and try and entice him and bring him into wanting to read all of it.
Okay, so you're going to give him the entire design?
Perhaps not the entire thing. I did say I'll give him a watered-down version.
Alright, so not the visuals, just the white paper, basically.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Is it gonna be NFT gated, like nerds?
Pay to play, baby. So we're not going to gate it. So basically, anyone that doesn't want to spend money will be able to take part. But you can increase your position by either holding a loot box or holding a nerds.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like a pay to play.
I see. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's good, because We have to incentivize people to get the nerds and the loot box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in their best interest to hold a nerd while playing the game. Absolutely. Well, not the game, but while taking part in what we're doing. Yeah. There's another thing I got in there, but I'm not going to talk about that yet. But yeah, I think we've like gone over all of it. It's pretty tight. I'm so excited to do this because all I've been doing is researching gamification for like the last 3-4 weeks. And we ended up building out the first model of gamification, and we're now like fine-tuning it and making it perfect and really adding in that extra layer. So I'm excited to put it together. I know that Alpha is as well.
Yeah, I'm pumped. And I'll also say that like I've spent like basically the entirety of my career like focusing on the technical details and stuff. But after the call with Anatoly and just a continuous feedback loop, and Gauntlet, you know, the first Gauntlet app being launched in under 36 hours, I'm now really focused on virality and what is the science of user acquisition and retention. Like we've actually developed a really, really simple model to understand human psychology and click behavior and all that stuff. And so now I'm really focused my attention like temporarily away from computers and towards humans and like how to program them for maximum profitability.
We're gonna be sure to give you all the suggestions along the way as well. So feedback. I mean,
hopefully we make it perfect enough so that you guys are just like, yes, I want to keep going. I want to see suggestions of additional perks that we can add into it. To give you like a better structure, I built the gamification system based on a video game, you know, like if you've played Fallout or Skyrim or anything else like that, when you level up, you get points that you can spend to buff your character, put it into sneak, put it into luck, put it into whatever, strength, charisma, all that sort of stuff. So I'm kind of building it with that base layer in mind, but the perks are, you know, we've got an opportunity there to put whatever perk we want in. Perk could be increased experience or a rebate or there's lots of different ones. I won't go on to all of them, but how it's built is that you'll get to customize your journey. So you're not going to spend all your points on every single perk as you level up, because that doesn't make sense. You might be like an influencer, so you're going to spend your perks on your points on perks that boost your player profile as an influencer. It's really cool. I mean, I've not really made anything new up. I've got a lot of my information from already existing games, so using a formula that already works, I think, is the best strategy to go down. Plus, I want to have that personalized experience myself. I love doing that. I love building my character. And I grew up playing video games all the time, so I'm sure you guys love it as well.
Yeah, World of Warcraft is my favorite.
It's not my favorite. That destroyed my life, but it was a good game.
So it is your favorite.
Yeah, I don't have fond memories of playing that game.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
too much time.
Yeah, too much time. But I haven't met any other games, so I don't know how to describe it. It's like so detailed and like, everything else lacks something. This game just doesn't. You know, it just flows. I don't know.
Yeah, like WoW is definitely the ultimate MMORPG in my mind. Like that's the one to beat.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has beaten it.
Yeah, nobody.
It still holds number one.
Graphics, you know, everybody's bitching about the graphics, but you know, you cannot have that mobility and the graphics unless you have quantum computer or something.
Stop it, dude. I'm about to start playing WoW right now.
Don't do it.
Let's do it.
All right. If we keep talking, I'm definitely going to say something that
before.
So let's continue.
We'll wrap it up. This has been good, but Alpha's on the verge of exposing Alpha, so this space is stopping Alpha from spilling Alpha. So let's wrap it up. We're 15 minutes over what we always promise, but it's been really good. Conversation's been very, very insightful. Thanks everyone for coming along. Shaq, thank you for coming up and talking.
Thank you for everything.
Appreciate that a lot. Guys, we'll be here next week. If you want to come up and join in, you're always and more than welcome to. We love having you around and we love your company. So take care, everyone. We're going to get back to the grind. We always are. And see you next week.